guys, welcome to another painting stream with me, Niki Jackson. I'm going to be continuing to work on this Seascape painting. Last time we were trying to cover up some of the things that I did that I wanted to change. So I'm going to be continuing that and working on the details. So I'm also going to be trying streaming on Facebook as well for a short time. So we shall see how that goes. So I'm just going to try and get set up here and see, make sure everything's working okay. If you've got any questions for me, don't forget to type them in the chat box and I'll be happy to try and answer them for you. So this is going to be an interesting experiment to see if I can do live on Facebook and live on Twitch. Great, the sound's working, excellent. Right, let's see if we can figure this out as well. I have to write sideways because I've got the camera set up. I don't know if it's going to be the wrong way or not. We'll soon find out. Okay, let's see if this works. Hi everyone, I am Niki Jackson and I thought it would be really fun to try doing a live video with you, and I'm actually streaming live on Twitch right now, so we'll see how this works out. I don't know whether I need to change the phone direction. It's currently on landscape, so your comments are going to be on the side for me, so I might just need to adjust that. But I'm working on this Seascape painting and it's going to be pretty chilled out. I'm just going to be painting along, and if you want to say hi, give me a comment, ask me a question, give me some likes and hearts and things, then feel free to do so. I'll be checking the messages now and again as I work, and hopefully answering them for you. So let me sort out this canvas first of all. Let's see if it's better that way round. I've just been working on another art video for my art channel, so that will be up hopefully tomorrow. I've been doing a really fun challenge called Draw It Again, so you'll have to check out my art YouTube channel and see what you think of that. So hopefully we've got the camera set up properly now and I can get painting. So I started this painting a few weeks ago. It's quite a big one. It's 16 by 20 inches on a wood panel, and basically I was going to do some wildflowers sort of sweeping along here, and started painting it, and it just felt too cluttered for my style. So I decided to go over that, and I'm in the process of doing that, and I'm going to be doing something a bit different. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I shall turn up the volume on there, see if that helps. But hello to those of you watching me, feel free to say hi in the comments. And I'm going to get painting. So we're also live on Twitch, my live streaming channel, and you can go over there and watch the recording of this if you'd like later on. It will also be uploaded to YouTube as well. So let's get started. So I'm currently covering up, there's some green still on here that I couldn't quite get up with the water, so I'm going to be going over that part with the pink and also on this green section, and then I'm going to start adding in some more details. So I'll be getting on and doing that now. I think I'm going to do the sky first and then do underneath, then I won't have to worry about getting paint all over myself while working the different areas. So probably going to use my really big brush for the sky, because we'll get the area covered up nice and quick, and then we can move on. So the adjustments are taking a little while to get sorted, but it'll be worth it. I took a bit of a gamble on the sky and I used this blush pink. It's quite vibrant, but because I've added in some white and some other colours, it's really looking pretty. So I just need to go over this section again and I shall blend it in. I might need to go over it in white actually. I remember last time I said that. I'll just do a thin layer of the pink and then I might block it in with some white. This is a good example for you out there who are learning acrylics and wanting to know what to do if you make mistakes. That's a really good thing about acrylics, they're very forgiving. You can layer things on them and really turn things around. So throughout the painting process I'm going to be using my heat gun, so that's a bit noisy. So just to warn you, I'll be doing that now and then, but I will mention it as I go before I do it. So if you want to turn your sound down if you're listening on earphones or anything, then just so you know. So hi Lizzie, how long do I think it would take me to complete? Well, I haven't actually been timing it, but I've done probably about 3 or 4 hours on it so far, so it probably needs at least another 2. So these big ones take me a lot longer. I think the last one that I did took about 5 or so hours, possibly even 6. But I mean, compared to other artists who do a lot more intricate work, that's not very long. So it's long for me because I do mostly work on small pieces, and yeah, so so I'm just going to use a heat gun for a few seconds. I'm going to need to block in with some white, I think, to try to tone down the green behind where I made the, well, it's not really a mistake, but where I changed my mind of what I wanted to put there. So oh, thanks Lizzie. Are you working on anything creative today? I'm going to be using these gorgeous mulberry paper flowers. I'll show you those in a minute. I'm going to do a lovely tree. I'm going to do more of a narrow tree this time to put them on as like blossom. So that should look really pretty, and I'm going to add in some sheep or some rabbits or something, some sort of animals down here as well. So probably need a few layers of this white just to tone this down. Not too worried about making it look perfect at this minute. It's just blocking out that green, and then we can make it look perfect afterwards. Or as near as perfect as we can get. So I'm just going to use the heat gun again. Try my other brush to see if I can get a stronger white in, because it'd be exciting for you to see me working on a lot of the detail of the painting, because that's when it really comes together. That's better. Oh, you're working on the detail. Is that a painting or a drawing? Yeah, they're very handy, the heat gun, especially for acrylic work. You can make it go even faster, so you can get to the fun bits. Quite warm in here today, so it doesn't really need very long. And another tip when using a heat gun is not to hold it too close, because it can make the paint bubble up, and you don't want that. That will completely ruin your painting. And I'm just using like thin layers and building it up, because if you do it too thick again, it will bubble up and it won't dry properly. So it's best to do it in lots of thin layers. You can see now it's really blocking it out well, and I'll be able to go over with the pink next. It's an acrylic painting. Oh, excellent. So I thought it'd be fun to live stream on Facebook while I am live streaming on Twitch, really to say hello to my friends and fans on Facebook for one thing, and also to make you aware of my live stream on Twitch. I've been doing it a little while now. I usually run between an hour up to about 3 hours at a time, and I live stream my paintings and answer chat questions and things like that, and you can see my face. I've got a double cam on there, so you can see my face while I'm working, and you can see the painting as I work on it as well, so that's quite fun. And I do it once a week, usually on a Wednesday, or if I can't make Wednesdays, it'll be on a Thursday. And yeah, so it's fun. It's real time like this is, and I upload it to my art channel on YouTube, so and it's saved, I think it's saved for a couple of weeks on Twitch as a recording as well, so you can see it on there. So really I just wanted to let you guys know about that. It'd be really great if you could join me over there sometimes when you're about during the day. I usually do it any time between about 2:45 and 4 o'clock, so I'll usually put a notice up on Facebook and Twitter to let people know when I'm going to be going live. So yeah, so really just trying to spread the word that I'm over there. It's twitch.tv/vintage Niki, and yeah, hopefully you'll come over and join me. And I shall be doing these Facebook live videos now and then as well. But just wanted you to know about that, because it's a regular thing that I do every week. I won't have one next week, but I'll have one the week after. So I'm just taking a little break next week. So yeah, so hopefully you can join me over there. It'd be really good to see you. It's free to register, and you get updates and notifications of when I'm live. And yeah, it's a really fun place to come and watch some art. You can find other artists on there as well. So who just thought this little error would take so long to cover up? Well, not really an error, but just changing my mind. Never mind, we'll get there. It's getting there, another couple of layers and we should be able to blend that in and get working on the grass, and then I can get the tree done. Oh yes, I was going to show you these paper flowers that I've got. These are so gorgeous. These ones are by Paper, are they Paper Mania? Let me just check. Oh, they're Prima flowers. They come in a big pack. There was 36 in this pack, and these ones the coffee break set, and they're all different sizes. As you can see from these ones, there's all different colours in there and some patterned ones as well. But I've selected these pretty colours. I've probably got more than I need because I was going to do like the wildflower thing, but now I'm just doing the tree, so I'll have to narrow this down. But I've got a selection of them here. You can see them, they're really pretty 3D flowers. I really love the pink and blue ones. These are really gorgeous. They're like really big ones and smaller ones. So show the Twitch people as well. So yes, I'm going to be sticking those on for the tree later, much later on when I've sorted this out. So let's see if we can start blending this in. Might need a big brush and see how we go. Again, we might need another layer or two. I'm going to just go in the direction of how I originally did the sky, so you can see it blend in really nice. I don't have to worry too much about this bit by the tree because that will be covered up by a darker colour. I need to blend all that in as well. I'll go up to about here, I think. It is interesting, isn't it? Thanks, Lizzie. Yeah, I enjoy watching other YouTube artists on there and also on Twitch. It's really fun seeing them work and learning new techniques and things. So if you've got any questions for me, feel free to type them in the chat in either place, Twitch or Facebook. It'd be really good to chat with you all. I think Facebook lets you record for about 30 minutes when you're starting out streaming on there, so we'll see how long we can go. And if you want to carry on watching me, come on over to Twitch and you'll be able to see me continue working on this. So I think I'm going to let that dry now properly. So I've added quite a few layers, so we'll let that air dry for a bit, and I think I'll work on this as well. It'll be a bit more interesting. Have you made a video showing a tour of my studio? Yes, I have. That's on my art YouTube channel. If you search for Niki Jackson Art, you'll find me on there. I've got lots of videos showing my room and my studio, and lots of paintings that I've worked on, so you can check that out. So I'm using this gorgeous green. It's called avocado green. It's one of my favourites to work with, and it's just such a vibrant, gorgeous colour. So I'm going to put I probably only need one more layer on this side of it, but I'll probably need a couple more on that. So let's start with this side. And then I need to blend in some shadows and highlights, and that will really bring it to life before I can start adding in some animals. So I was thinking of doing some sheep on there, but others have said, what about doing a different animal? So I'm open to suggestions, and I'll see which one I feel like would work the best. So if you want to type in the chat of any suggestions you've got of what animals you'd like to see in this painting, then let me know. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? It's looking at other people's studios and seeing how they've set their things up. There's if you type in workstation tour or something like that on into YouTube, you can find loads of them. So I'm going to definitely need to do a couple more coats on that side. I still need to tidy that bit up, and again work in the sky, but we can do that a little later. So now I'm going to go in and do this big area. It helps when you've got a nice big brush. These are actually sable brushes that I'm using, and I find they're really good for creating a really soft look. Even though I'm using them with acrylics, they work really well. All my brushes are actually watercolour brushes, but I make sure I rinse them out really well and look after them, and they last a long time. So that's another little tip for you. If you want to get a really soft, smooth look to your acrylics, then I'd highly recommend using watercolour brushes. Just make sure that when you're rinsing out your brush, that you take off the excess water with an old rag. I always have this rag with me. It's just a J cloth, so just a kitchen cloth, and it just soaks up the water enough so that the paint doesn't go watery when you're working with it, unless of course that's the look you want, because sometimes I use that technique for adding in shadows, as you'll see soon, into the grass. So and also for like a path or something like that, I do that. So and there's other instances where I use that technique as well, but generally I mean when you're like filling in areas like this, you want a nice, just slightly damp brush. So this is the first time I've tried Facebook Live on my actual art page. So it's interesting to see the lower number. I guess it's different people are seeing it depending on whether they like your page or something like that. Because I did one on my profile the other day just chatting, and a lot more people seem to find me. So that was really interesting. So maybe I'll hop on over there in a bit and see who's about, because Facebook have changed things so much. People don't seem to see your posts as much on the business pages, so that's a little annoying. could set up my other phone and do it on. I'd have like 3 going. That would be ridiculous. I don't know if I'd be able to manage 3 different streams going on at once. That would be a bit crazy. How long have I been painting as a professional artist? Well, I started, I was mainly doing crafts before painting, even though I really wanted to do painting. I'd done art at school and at college, but I started out my business in 2004, and I was selling sort of home decor things like little stitcheries, and it was mostly sort of home decor sort of items, not paintings or anything like that yet. It was cards and that sort of thing, stitching patterns and those sorts of things. And then in end of 2007, I started painting professionally and haven't looked back. So really love it. It's the best job ever, even though it's super stressful at times. People think artists just sit on their butts all day and do nothing except have fun painting, and that's not true at all. It is a lot of hard work, and there is a lot more to it than just painting, with the marketing and admin and the finances, the accounting and all that sort of thing. So but I really love it. I love the diversity of having all those different roles within one career, and it is tough. It's not easy at all, but it's certainly worth it. So yeah, go for it. Yeah, it can be scary doing live streams for the first time. I've been doing videos for years. I've mostly been doing regular ones since about September last year, and you do get used to it. It is a bit scary, but if you're like working on something, it's a lot easier. It's harder when you're sat at the camera waiting for people to talk to you. Like when I did my first Facebook live video the other week, I was just sat looking at the screen, and it was a lot harder, but it's much easier just painting. So give it a go, it's worth it. It's a good way to connect with people and share with them what you do. So I'm now going to add in some shading for this area of the painting. I've got my earth brown, it's getting low, so I need to give it a good shake every time I use it. So there's 2 types of ways that I blend my work, depending on the look that I want to get. I either add paint on top of paint, or I dampen my brush and blend it that way. It depends. If it's starting to dry, then I definitely dampen the brush. Sometimes I want it blended more with the colour and it's dried underneath, like this is the case now. I usually work wet in wet when blending, and the layer underneath this is dried too quickly, and so I'm needing to add the same colour over the top to blend it out. That usually happens if the room's quite warm. or you've left it too long in between layers. Hopefully I'm still with you. I just got a notification that Facebook was stopped working, so hopefully I'm still there with you. If it does crash, I'll try and come back again and carry on if it allows. I don't know quite how long I've been on there, probably almost half an hour now. That's probably why. But if I disappear, thank you so much for those who've joined me. Thanks Lizzie for your questions. I really enjoyed chatting with you. So just adding in some highlights now. Just gives it a little bit more interest, more depth. Again, the paint is still wet, so just blending that in. I've got a bit of a dry area down here, so I'm just going to wet my brush and blend it out, so you don't get all those streaky bits. Okey-doke. So I'm not sure if I've lost the guys on Facebook. Thanks so much for joining me if you're still there. I am going to hop over to my Facebook profile now and do a quick video there. I'm still here on Twitch, so you guys don't go anywhere. And thanks Facebook viewers, I shall see you in a bit. So let's see if we can get it seems to have frozen. Might need to wait a minute and let that sort itself out. So we're making progress. I just need to finish off this hill here and blend in that as well. I can't do the tree until I finish the sky, so I'll need to do that. I might need to stand up to do that bit. I think I might do that next while this part's drying. So I'm gonna stand up while Facebook's sorting itself out. I'm gonna stand up and do this part. So I think I'm going to need to change my water first, guys. So I'm just going to do that. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Finished washing out the brushes and getting some new water because I want a nice clean water for when I do this sky. So I want to get the pink back out now. I have to stand up for this bit so I can blend it out all nice. So the colours that I used last time were the Naples yellow, the blue and white as well. So I'm going to do that. And I think I added a bit of this light portrait pink as well, so I should do that while it's still wet. So let's see, let's add in some white. So a bit there, carried over from there, a bit there. And then we want a little bit of blue. Add that in there. And then rinse my brush and do some yellow and pink. And I especially need that for the sunset. So I need some more pink. And a bit more yellow. So I'm just going to rinse my brush now and just soften that so it's not so harsh, so it's more blended in with everything. And hopefully when that dries it'll look like it was meant to be there. Got some bubbles there. That's another thing you need to be careful of when using a brush that has the consistency of watercolour brushes. It tends to hold so much water it can bubble up, so just keep that in mind. You always want to be checking for that so you can blend it out before it dries, otherwise it's not going to look very good on your painting. You get any little lumps of paint, try to get those off as well while you see them, otherwise they'll be dried in as well, and that's not so good. So I think that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna go in now and finish tidying up that sea. And let's see if we can join Facebook again in a minute. Let's have a look. See if it's working now. Okay, here we go. Hi guys, so I am live streaming here on Facebook and on my Twitch channel at the same time. I've just finished streaming live on Facebook from my art page, but Facebook being as it is not showing it to very many people. So I thought I'd come over on my profile and say hello, and I'm working on this Seascape painting at the moment, and thought I'd come on here and share it with you. So come and watch me paint. It's going to be a totally chilled out video. I'm going to be painting and checking to see if you've left me any comments or questions in the chat box. So if you want to ask me anything, then feel free to. And this is going to be recorded, so it'll be on my profile and on my art page on Facebook. And you can also check out my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/vintage Niki. And yeah, I've got long recordings over there of me live streaming, so if you want to check it out, then come on over when you can. So I've just been working on the hill here and on the sky, and I've just got some little touch-ups to do on the sea here, so I'm going to be doing that next. So if you've got any questions for me, type them in the chat box and I'll be checking it now and then to see if there is any, and see if I can answer it for you. Hopefully more of you will be able to see that I'm live, as it should come up in your news feed. So we shall see what happens. So I've been working on this large painting for quite some time, because I've been sort of chipping away at it, doing a bit here and there. If you want to see the recordings that I've done before, you can check them out on my Twitch channel or my YouTube channel, Niki Jackson Art or Vintage Niki on Twitch. And yeah, so we're nearing the home straight of getting this finished. I want to add in some animals onto the hills, and I'm going to have a nice tree here with some lovely paper flowers added on. So I'm looking forward to getting to that detail. So I'm just making some touch-ups here, and then I'm going to blend it all out. I need to put in some white. So I'm now going to go in with the avocado green and work on this hill. I've completed this hill now, and that's just drying. So this one needs another 1 or 2 coats and some highlights and shading. So we'll do that next. I'm pleased to have the sky finish now, so I can get to doing this tree, because that's going to be really fun. I've got these gorgeous paper flowers to add as blossom onto the tree. They're really pretty, so looking forward to using those. Make sure I don't get any paint on my shirt. So if you're new to me and my videos, I am currently doing, well, I have been for quite a while now. I've got an art YouTube channel where I upload videos every week, usually on a Wednesday or a Thursday, and I do different types of videos each week, as well as uploads of my Twitch streams, which you can find on there as well. I've got a specific playlist for long videos, basically, of where I'm painting in real time. And some of the other art videos that I have up are things like challenges, studio tour, working on paintings, and it's sped up, so it's not so long. And I also have a vlog channel on there under Vintage Niki, so you can check out the behind the scenes, day-to-day kind of things, what it's like to be an artist, self-employed, and some fun life stuff on there as well. And yeah, so I currently do a Twitch stream once a week on a Wednesday, and there'll be no stream next week, but there will be from the week after. And that's usually from about an hour onwards, depending on how much time I have and what I'm working on. So I do that every week. And you can join me and ask me questions and just chat with me over on Twitch. It's very easy, it's free to register, and the videos are kept up for about 2 weeks, I think, on there. So you can see those on there or on my YouTube channel. And yeah, so it's a regular thing that I do these. I'm on Facebook Live today so that I can kind of introduce it to you, show you what I do, and you can see if it's something you're interested in. And yeah, it's fun to chat with you. I'm hoping, as this is on my profile, that more of you will see it and be able to pop in and say hello. So I think Facebook only lets you go for about half an hour when you're first doing the live videos. So we'll see how it goes, and if I lose connection or you want to carry on watching me paint, then come on over to Twitch, and you can find me there. It's twitch.tv/Vintage Niki. And yeah, I'm just going to carry on working on this piece, probably for no more than another half an hour or so, and then I shall come back to it another day. I probably won't get it finished today, but I'll get a good part of it done. I started streaming a bit later than usual today because I've been working on a challenge video for my YouTube channel. It is a Draw This Again challenge where I am sketching and painting a piece that I've done from years ago and seeing how I've improved and grown as an artist. So that was super fun to do, and I'm not going to reveal the results because I would love you to come over and check it out. I'm editing it tomorrow, so it should be up tomorrow on my channel, so look out for that. That was a real fun challenge, and I definitely would love to do another one of those in the future. I'm going to do some other challenge videos as well, some fun things. I've been thinking about things like the blindfold challenge or the non-dominant hand challenge. They're all fun things that I could do to share with you. So there we go, that hill is done. So I'm pleased to have finally got all that done. So I'm going to use my heat gun now to dry off the areas as much as I can. And it's pretty noisy, so if you're listening on headphones, then just be warned. But it won't be for too long. So I'm going to re-sketch in where I plan to have the tree. You can see the basic lines here. Just about see them here. Some of that paint's still a little wet, so be careful. So I think I'm going to put it in there. I need to add in some shadows. A rough idea of where the tree is going to be. So let's add in some shading for where the tree trunk is going to sit. Sort of ground it a bit. So if you've got any questions for me or comments, please type them in the chat box and I'd be happy to try and answer them for you. Add in some highlights as well. It just needs blending out a bit more. Okay, so I thought I would do the tree brown, but I'm thinking maybe I don't know if I did it white whether it would look too much like the cottage. I might actually choose a different brown. I normally do my trees in earth brown. I think I'm gonna do it in a different one this time. I have a brown called chocolate brown somewhere. In fact, actually, I might do it this nice driftwood colour. That would look really nice. That would look really different, and I can use the browns for the shading. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Just give it a nice soft look. So this is a really nice colour. It's Driftwood by Americano. It's a craft paint. So let's have a go. I think a lighter tree will really give it a nice look. And it's nice to do different colours from what I usually do as well. I've been experimenting with that with the skies lately in my pieces, trying to steer away from the traditional blue and go for more sort of sunsets and some more lighter coloured skies. I've recently done a nice sort of, it's like a coffee creamy colour. It's called Light Mocha, and it's a really lovely, like I say, it's a cream with a hint of brown, so it's really nice. This is a great colour to go over the green as well. It covers it up really nice. You see that bit's still a little wet, so be careful there. I'll probably need to do another 2 layers on this, plus the highlights and shading to really give a nice solid colour. So this can be like a silver birch tree or something. Really nice grey kind of colour. Right, so I'm going to go and do some branches now. So I'm going to turn the painting around because I'm left-handed as well, so it's a bit awkward for me to sort of lean over and get really nice lines. So I'm going to clean my brush for starters. It's got green all over it. I'm going to turn this around. And work on, you can see I've got some splashes on there, so let's just deal with those. That's the dogs playing downstairs, if you can hear them crashing about and barking. Hubby's downstairs, so they're not on their own. So, right, let's get these branches done. So I think I'll start over here. I wanted this tree to be kind of a narrow a narrow tree rather than the wider spread branches that I normally do. Move it along now and do this side and try not to smudge what I've already done. And then I just want one here. So let's turn this round and see how that looks. Well, that's looking pretty nice. Yeah, like that. Yeah, so I think I'm going to call it a day now. Got quite a bit done. Got the sky finish that I wanted to and the hills, and got the tree kind of sketched in. I might make some of those branches a little bit taller, but it needs a few more coats anyway. So it's been really nice joining you on Facebook as well as Twitch. Thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget you can check me out, Niki Jackson Art on YouTube, and Vintage Niki on twitch.tv. And thanks again for watching, and I shall catch you later. Bye!